Well, boys and girls, you know what time it is? It's pig time. Now, there's only one thing you gotta do.
I started playing drums when I was 9 years old. I started drinking Newcastle Brown Ale. Erection. When I was 11. And I started backing strippers when I was 11 in the north of England. And I ended up joining a band with Johnny Rotten called Public Image Limited. And I really loved the first album, which I'm not on, but I'm on everything from 1979 to 1985, the Metal Box. Paris au Printemps was my first show in Paris. Flowers of Romance was fucking crazy. Live in Tokyo, blah, 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 blah. Yeah! Oh, thank you. And then I left the music business completely. Joined Killing Joke for a while. Toured with Ministry, in case you didn't feel like showing up. And that tour was the beginning of PigFace. I'll get to that in a minute. I started PigFace, started Murder Inc., The Damage Manual, and I have a record label up in Chicago called Invisible Records that's put out about 3 years. So I've got like 15 minutes and I'm going to tell you this winding story and we'll fucking see where it goes.
Yes, sir. Let's do it, baby.
So, just after I worked on the Flowers of Romance album, I had a 3-piece punk band called Brian Brain. Any Brian Brain fans here? Yeah, exactly. There's like 5 in the world. There was 3 of us, and our rider, our backstage rider, was 4 cases of beer, a liter of vodka, a liter of brandy, and a liter of whiskey. We were fucking crazy. So I finished working on the Flowers of Romance album, jumped on a plane for us to tour the States, carrying a bag of prescription speed. Yeah. My roommate in London was a croupier for the Ritz Casino, and they had chiffon gowns designed by Jean-Paul Gaultier. And if any of the staff put on weight, they were fined. So they had a doctor who would just give them bags of speed and gave me bags of speed. So I went up to a cop at JFK Airport because I had the prescription. Never occurred to me that I could just get shot. But, so we go to Washington, D.C. I get bottled in the face with a full bottle of Heineken.
What?
16 stitches.
What the fuck?
8 subcutaneous. You know what subcutaneous is? The cut was so deep, they put 8 stitches in before they put the 16 stitches in. And do you know why we stopped the show? Why? Thank you. Who said why? That was really encouraging. Thank you. Why? Because all the microphones were full of blood. Fuck! Yeah. And I started to make my wound sing. It was fucking insane. So, I get stitched up in, forget the name of the hospital in Washington, D.C., the same hospital they took Ronald Reagan to 2 days later when he was shot. And I'm thinking, fuck, if only I'd been bottled 2 days later, I could have been in the bed next to, I could have blown Ronald Reagan. I was that close. I was that fucking, I'll take that with me to my grave. So
close,
we go to New Orleans on St. Patrick's Day. And we're drunk and speeding, and they dye the Mississippi green, and we're on the steamship Natchez drinking green beer, saying, fucking Americans. They're fucking, what the fuck? The beer is green. They're fucking crazy. And the boat is full of tourists and children. So I take the dressing off my wound so they can see my 1981 catgut Frankenstein stitches. And it really upset a bunch of kids. The best St. Patrick's Day ever. But then something happened and the wound got infected. So then I'm in New Orleans General. We wind our way up to San Francisco to a legendary punk club called the Mabuhay Gardens. We sold out 2 shows. They gave us 2 backstage riders. One for the first show, 4 cases of beer, 4 cases of beer, for the second show. I never saw the second show. My first time in a mosh pit was being passed over the sold-out mosh pit on a stretcher by the San Francisco Ambulance Department on my way to my 3rd hospital stay at San Francisco General.
Good times.
The worst night, however, and this is a 21-day tour, right? You guys go on vacation, like, oh, I think I've hurt my leg. Fuck off. I was bottled in Washington, D.C. I had alcohol poisoning in San Francisco. My wound got infected, and then the tour finishes. We're at a club in Boston, Massachusetts called the Rathskeller, also known as the Rat. And the guy who ran the place didn't have a throat, right? He had one of those operations. So he told me the night before, we're not paying you. I'm like, what? I didn't know he had a voice box. And I'm drunk and speeding. As soon as he turns on his voice, we will not be paying. I'm like, it's fine, don't pay us. I fucked up. The next night, we're in the club with these girls that we met, trying to drink as many White Russians as possible. We just discovered this new drink. And it was pretty good. We had a flight back to London the next morning, and this band comes on. Fuck you. I'm gonna fuck your sister. Fuck. I'm gonna fuck your mother. Fuck, 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 fuck you. Fuck. Oh my God, what the fuck is this noise? Pete Jones, the bass player, says to me, do you know Pete Jones?
I don't know him personally.
Okay. Okay.
Ow!
Pete Jones says to me, I'll buy you another White Russian if you'll go and deal with this fucker on stage. And this is where we see the seeds of my music business hustle. Because I said to Pete, make it 2. So he buys me 2 White Russians. And I go up on stage, I throw the singer on the floor, I pick up a monitor, as you do, throw that on the singer, knock over the mic stands, unplug the guitar, unplug the bass, kick over the cymbals, and then I stand there on stage thinking, I kind of overdid it. And I stand there, hands by my side, waiting for the singer to get up and punch me, for the guitarist and the bass player to jump on me, for their crew and all of their fans to beat the crap out of me, as they should have. Nothing. The audience goes crazy. The next 2 hours, it's White Russian after White Russian after White Russian. People are fucking high-fiving me. 2 hours later, I go to the bathroom, I'm having a piss. Somebody comes in behind me, smashes my face into the wall while I'm pissing. Come on! Breaks my nose, and as I fall to the ground unconscious, kicks me in the face. It breaks my jaw. And I spent the next 15 years looking for Gigi Allen. Really nice punchline placement there, wasn't it? Wasn't that good? I used to start that story by saying, "Oh, do you want to hear a story about Gigi Allen?" But you put that at the end, it's fucking killer. You'll be driving home tonight and be going, "Gigi Allen, motherfucker."
Hey!
And I was looking for him. As a prank. I used to live in New Brunswick, New Jersey. And as a prank, somebody said they've seen Gigi Allen at Bobby Ebbs's house. Now, you don't know who Bobby Ebbs is, and neither did I. So I end up at Bobby Ebbs's house, kicking the door. I know he's in there. Let him out. I'm going to fucking kill you, you motherfucker. Turns out, Bobby Ebbs was a singer in a punk band who was stabbed in the heart and survived. And then just believed he was indestructible after that. And somebody as a prank sent me over to his house to threaten him. Anyway. So, to me there's an interesting connection between the Flowers of Romance PIL album and industrial music. Because I ended up playing a beat over the loop of a Mickey Mouse watch in 1982. If that isn't fucking industrial, I don't know what is. So, I take this punk, bags of speed, drunk, anything goes, I've been in a band with Johnny Rotten attitude, into industrial music. And that was the beginning of PIGFACE, the night that the Ministry tour ended. And there were no rules. All kinds of people came on stage. And we were always trying to do things differently and keep it exciting for us. So at one point, we decided we would allow people to get married on stage with us. Yeah. Does anybody here think that's a good idea?
I do!
I like you guys. What could possibly go wrong? Well, I'll tell you. Brilliant. So, we didn't know how it would go. There's like 5 members. Curse Mackey, I think, is an ordained minister. So yeah, there's like 5 members of PIGFACE are ordained. So the first time we did it was at the Metropole in Pittsburgh. Has anybody here seen PIGFACE?
Yeah!
You know, we start the songs behind the screens and it's a silhouette like, ooh, what's happening? So I start playing my drums. And the audience can see the silhouette of me, but I can see the audience of the bride and groom as they nervously come together. And I remember the stage at this club in Pittsburgh, they didn't have monitors on the stage, they were underneath some metal grills, so nobody would trip over them and it would look kind of slick. Unless you're getting married, and the groom, who has the ring? I do. So I see in silhouette, the best man holding the ring in perfect silhouette, as his sweaty fingers lose the ring. And I'm like, well, that's it. We've gone from the anticipatory beginning of a crazy industrial show
Yes!
to turn on the lights. We've lost the ring. Can anybody see? Close the door. Nobody leave.
Don't move!
But that isn't what happened. The ring bounces and somebody in the audience catches it. Now, most people in the fucking PIGFACE audience, that would be 4 bags of speed. Here we fucking go. But not this night. He gives the ring back. And I still talk to Kimmy Cat. She's in Pittsburgh still. She's coming to the show in Cleveland. So, the next time we do a wedding, it's in Atlanta. And we bumped up the package. Not only do you get like a case of white wine spritzer, fucking something, case of beer, tickets for like 15 people, a cake, because people used to always forget the cake, So look, we're going to end up buying a cake anyway. Why don't we just buy a fucking cake? But also, you get to shag for an hour in the rear lounge of the bus. That's fucking added value right there. Cost to me, nothing. Value to you, unfathomable. Right. So the wedding went off without a hitch. Right? That's me playing drums. They get married. We were on tour that time with a band from Norway called Zero Mansa. They were fucking great. Side story. Side story. My wife is here somewhere in the back. When we played in Tempe, Arizona, Zero Mansa opened for us. And I'm standing next to her dad, my father-in-law, and he's like, "Oh, yes! Yes! At last, you've signed a band that isn't shit. These guys are fucking great. You're gonna go places. Wow, you've got a bunch of shit on your label, and at last you've signed a decent band." I'm like, "Oh, they're signed to Cleopatra." Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. The wedding in Atlanta. So, the wedding goes off without a hitch. The couple go off to shag in the rear lounge. 15 minutes later, the keyboard player from Zero Mansa comes crawling onto my drum riser. "Marty, stop now! We must stop now!" 2 minutes. "We must stop now! They are fucking on the bus. There's fucking on the..." I'm like, "Yeah, of course they're fucking. They're consummating. Yeah. Tell them to close the door." It's like, we keep closing the door, and they keep opening the door. I'm fucking. My last favorite wedding was in Chicago. Cliff Seeloff, who shot a video for us, and his wife, neither of their families approved of their relationship. So how sad is that when the only place you can ceremoniously join with somebody is on stage with Pigface? Yeah! Actually, I think it's kind of glorious stuff. So whatever her denomination was, the bride would walk to the groom on a carpet of rose petals, which is kind of fucking cool. And so we're on stage, and the bride is looking around nervously. Somebody's forgotten the petals. So I say to Jim, my drum tech, who's kind of a good drum tech, "Jim, the fucking petals, the petals." He goes straight up to Christoph from Bile. 1,100 people at the Metro, and he's playing some mangled, out of tune shit guitar solo, as he does. And Jim unplugs his pedals. He just starts fucking kicking Jim, and Jim's looking at me. What the fuck is going on? He goes over to Paul Raven. God bless Paul Raven on bass guitar. Unplugs Paul Raven. Raven just starts kicking him in the face. Fucking like kicking him over. At this point, Jim is like battered and bruised. He comes up. I'm like, "Jim, petals, petals."
Not pedals.
And it's a miracle that those guys are still married to this day, because the bitterness with which Jim sprinkled the rose petals on the stage. Yeah. Hey, thanks for coming out to see Sign and Curse Mackey. Come and see us in Atlanta in November. Go and sign up over there, and I'll pester you with emails and send you shit. Thanks a lot.
Well,